Hi everybody, it's a new day. Back here with another trading session here on NASDAQ. So let's get into this. It's going to be a good day. Just pulling up everything real quick. We had news come out this morning. So we're seeing a lot of volatility, so this should be a good day here in this price action. There's already been some nice moves. We're going to go over them. Really just get down and focus on what we see here. So NASDAQ, let's notice what happened. We traded back down in the higher time frame, and then we shifted up higher, and now we just have market open. We're pulling back into this range here. We can come lower into a discount, but we don't need to if we're hitting PD arrays such as liquidity points and fair value gaps. So I want to see if we actually want to get down below these lows here and then possibly reject and go higher. Or if we go higher and close an inversion gap and we just use this lower time frame order block here to send price up. So preferably I'd like to see this low hit and then we go higher. That's what I'd like to see, but that doesn't need to happen. So we just need to wait on more information for this area. But we came up higher here, so we had a high, high, then a high. We came up above the CPI news from the other day. So we hit the data highs there, and then we just created that distribution at the high, and then we started pulling back the market open, which is very, very reasonable. And we're rejecting this fair value gap. Okay. I want to go to the regular trading hours and show you what I see here. We came up, we closed this opening range here, and then we ended up trading higher for the rest of the day. Very clean price action yesterday, going higher. A lot of opportunities within here. And then we traded up to this high. So now I want to see if this opening range wants to get filled or not. So that's why I have this yellow line. If we get up to that opening range, that would fill in the entire range there. So I'm paying attention to everything within here with all this price action that we're getting. So last night, we opened up at midnight here. We traded up higher during London. And then we pulled back down, creating this entire range here. With the news today, we came up, we took out the highs, the London highs here, and then we came back, we inversed this 5-minute fair value gap, right there, while creating relative equal lows, right here, with relative equal lows down here to target. We traded up here at market open, and then we shifted down towards these relative equal lows, possibly down to here if price wants to continue its way down towards these lows. So I'm looking at all this price action. That's the narrative. We are obviously bearish. We have equal lows here. Okay, and that's what we're getting. So how could someone have taken advantage of this? If you're someone that trades, let's say, this pre-market and you're in the 850 to 910 macro, you can look at this fair value gap. Once we inverse this, we can look at the fair value gap. Or if you're an order block trader, after taking the high, there's a bearish order block here. So trade it down and use this order block to send price lower. Okay, so that could have been an entry. Or if you're like me, an inverse trader, after you hit the order block, you look for an inverse. You get a 1-minute inverse here. So this 1-minute candle inverse that. So you'd enter here. Stop loss above where that order block was, or above this volume imbalance per se, if you wanted to do that. And then you could target this low here. And then there's even more relative equal lows, like we were saying, a little bit lower down within here. So that could have been a 3.3 risk reward based on it was actually like the pre-macro. So that was at 846 when the macro starts at 850, but that's still valid in my opinion, to my trading plan, to take something like that. But trading something in here, it's hard because you already take out the swing low. You can expect a continuation or a consolidation or a pullback. So it's just waiting on more information. Market opens. We trade up, take out this internal high here. At the same time, when we took out that high, I want to show you. Let's see. We didn't take out this high here this time. So we actually pulled way back down on market open. We took out all of these lows when we didn't really get that sell-off here on NASDAQ. So when we took out that high, we ended up shifting down lower. If we go down to the lower time frame, if you're a lower time frame trader, this is something you can really look for. So 30-second, 15-second. Still, actually, there's not that much in here. So this is actually my first time going through all this to like really see what price was doing. But we shifted down, we came up. This fair value gap here, we came back down, inversed it. Then we had this 15-second fair value gap. We wicked into it and then traded back down towards those lows that we're looking at down here. Because these were the targets and then possibly down here. All right, we actually just hit them right now. So ultimate target was hit, in my opinion. So now if we get an inversion, I want to pay attention to see if we can get anything higher from here. So going up to this higher time frame range now, I'm just going to do this swing low to this swing high. 50% would be here. So we haven't quite hit that, but that's okay. I just want to see what happens here in price. Like, do we get up and above and inverse some of this? But it would be nice to see more of a consolidation or an energetic move higher. So just need some more information here to get anything good. You know, I'm feeling good, a good focused state right now. So just trying to pay attention. So if we go over to ES here, we took out the swing low, okay? And now, if you look at this, we got SMT, big time. So lower low, higher low. Same thing over here. Got the higher low. We're really starting to rip up and above here. So NASDAQ, we have this high was taken and then it shifted down lower. But I want to pay attention to this 30-second inversion for value gap. Because we just hit the higher time frame low, and I want to see if it really wants to start to reverse now. It's possible. Did take out these relative equal highs. 1, 2, 3. Could start to reverse, but we do have a lot of higher time frame highs up within here that we can continue to reach for. Get this 4-hour high that we rejected off of very cleanly. So let's put this 4-hour high in here. Yeah, notice that. Rejected right off this 4-hour high here. Very respected level. Yeah, we just inverse this 30-second here. So I want to see if that wants to go higher now. You could go for something like this. If we reach for something like that, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't like that we just took out this high as we did that, and we're already bearish. So let's go to the big three here. I want to pay attention to this high. If we get up above this high, I want to see what happens. We're just so bullish. I mean, this could be like the Six Sister approach where we're just moving. There we go, there we go, there we go. Let's see if we keep going, ripping up. So if you'd be in this trade, stops would have to be a break even right now. That's just how it is. In this type of environment, you know. Alright, stops to break even there. Because we took out the swing high and then pulled right back down. So keep paying attention. So what just happened here is that we came down and then we inversed that 30-second right here. And then we broke that swing high. So stops go to break even after we break that high. So something like this. Stops go to break even. We target, let's say you're just targeting the 20 points right here. Stops go to break even right there. So break even stops. You're good. Yeah, I'm just gonna record this in my journal here. So I was on my other screen, just recording in my journal. There we go. We ended up flipping right back up above that inversion and then going higher again. But I'm obviously not part of it, and that's fine. I'm okay with missing out on that one. That one right here. That one here. So that's okay. It's no big deal. If it goes higher, cool. I expect it to go higher anyway. But it's just in a seek and destroy kind of condition right now. We keep making higher highs here, but we're just consolidating here. So that's just how I'm looking at it right now. So I want to mark up this. So lower low. Yeah, higher low. So that'd be the SMT. I'm looking for my trading plan. Just trying to stick to the plan, you know. That's all you can do. Waiting on A+ setup here. So we keep making this higher high. Yeah, let's go with the 5 minute. Make lower high, but we're making higher highs here on ES. We're hitting this rejection block. And now we got all this trendline liquidity here on ES. We inverse the 30-second here. Now we're just trading lower. It's looking like we're going to trade down to this low here. Gun to my head, we're shorting right now. That's looking like what's going to happen. We're going to short down to this low. Yeah, it's looking like what we're going to get. Yeah, we already moved about 5 points already. Yep, 5 points already. So, yeah, that'd be the one set up and done to get the SMT and everything. Not bad. I just wasn't bearish on that though. But we gotta keep in mind here, we haven't yet hit these lows. But I also don't trade ES like that. Alright, we're coming down in like 50% of this NASDAQ area here. Measure this range. We're below 50%. But if we measure this overall range from this swing low, we're not quite there yet. So I'll pay attention to that. Let's see what we can get here. $9.55. So let's see. The new 5-minute candle is opened. Let's see if this next 5 minute wants to be indecisive. That'd actually be pretty nice if we're gonna go bullish. The next one opens up and inverses that. We'll see. We just took out this internal swing low here. Ooh, it's 4 hour. Got 3 minutes left on it. Well, 3 minutes 45 seconds. So if this is actually going to be a very bearish closure if it closes like that. This ain't too bad here on ES. Oh, so indecisive. Look, YN's bullish. This is bearish. This is indecisive. Oh, yeah. Hit that fair value gap. Hit the breaker. And then possibly target those lows now. We got relatively weak lows down here. Let's see if it just pairs with that. That'd be nice. Okay, we got the 15-second inversion here. Let's see if that 15-second inversion wants to just send price down. Leave these highs. So like, let's say something like this. Go to these lows. I just want to pay attention to that. I want to watch that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay, so just want to pay attention to that. Because we're obviously bearish right now. I like how that 1 minute just reacted off this. Traded below that. We got a bearish volume imbalance. It's looking like we're going to trade down lower. We're in our macro. So I don't see why not. We also have this volume imbalance. It could keep consolidating here. Come up, hit this volume imbalance, and then give us something else later too. So that'd be a higher probability in my opinion. Yep, just reacting off that. If you can tell here, we got the SMT. Lower low, higher low. We got our discount. We got the 5-minute order block though. Looks like trains leaving the station here on NQ. Right at 50%. And 1 more minute left until we close. Let's see how bearish this one's be. We're back. Grab another coffee here. Let's see what we get. Yeah, still nothing I really want to take. Notice how that 15-second inversion never really played out. We just came right back up into this volume imbalance that we have here. So now the question is, do we just inverse, let's say this 3-minute here, and then continue higher? Same with this 2-minute. But I don't like to trade ES, I like to trade NASDAQ. We just hit the 50% in this range. 4-hour close, very bearish here though. So, what do we do is the real question. Okay, we had that 4-hour gap. Now we have this one that we're playing with. So we also have this 4-hour gap. So this would be the 62 at alert. So that would be the 62. So it'd be 62%. So save that as an alert when it comes down. So now we're below that 4-hour. So I want to see what we do below that 4-hour. Do we get back up and above it and close and keep going higher? Or do we not? That'd be the real question. Because this could end up really just pulling back. We've seen it happen before. Where this 4-hour closes, pulls back in, and then comes down. Closes the same spot. But we could get that, you know? It's looking like it wants to go bearish. So if we look here on ES, we're about to get a 30-second inversion closure here soon. And where are we going? Where are we reaching to is the question. Looks like we're reaching back down here. Look at the trading hours, possibly these lows again. So we're going to get a 30-second closure right now. So we just close this 30-second. It's looking like we're going to short from here. Bearish S&T. It's lining up with like a good trading plan here. Looks like we're gonna short right down. You know, high, lower high, inversion. Looks like we're gonna short right down from here. Based on this 30-second inversion here. So we're at the tail end of this macro. Got all these relative equal lows. Still, it's in a weird location. So what if we inverse this now? So we just inverse this 30-second after hitting this low in this discount. Hard to read market, let me tell you. Lower low, higher low. So we inverse that 30-second. What if we reach up towards all these relative equal highs now? I think that's possible. Now we got this order block here. Just hit the high. So I don't like trading ES. I don't think ES moves like as clean as NQ does. I'd rather stay away from ES. Personally. ES is still playing off this order block here. This 2-minute volume imbalance. So it's part of me just thinking it's 50-50, both these areas. We got this taking the high, it's coming down. Relative equal lows down below here. So we go to the 5-minute here. There's relative equal lows down here we could reach to. The NASDAQ, we're already such in a deep discount. It looks like we could keep pulling back down. But we did have like a smaller time frame just reversal within here, which is cool. Not my favorite type of setup, but it's a setup, you know. It's in the macro. Just gotta wait for another one. I just didn't. The reason why I didn't take that is because we're just so 50-50 here on this. And this would be a good setup in my opinion. Trade down, came down here. We inverse this 30-second here. So once we inverse that 30-second, we got relative equal lows that we could reach to, you know? And it's just looking like we're getting back up above, and what if we just come back down after? You know, and that's how I'm looking at it, but that's such a small time frame right now, and but like looking at this 3 minute, we come up and we test that. It's looking like that could move down, but we'll see. It depends if you're bullish or bearish here. I mean, if you're bullish, you're going for these relative equal highs here, which is possible. NASDAQ reversed itself. It's going higher now. Yeah, 2 contracts on that right here. Yeah, $1,600 already. Over that. Just gotta time it right. We didn't really hit a huge discount with like a bunch of liquidity that I really like to see when we are trading something like that, though. We had this 15-second for value gap. Well, 15-minute, I mean. This 15-minute for value gap. That was nothing, really. So we closed out 1 minute here. A 30-second had the best entry. So we really go down to the 15-second between all of these. No, that was a 30-second, my bad. You go down to 15-second. Let's actually go to 30. So we close that here. And then we pull back down, lower low here in the wick. Go higher. Simple. That's if you're bullish. It was hard to be bullish when you're already so bearish here. You know? You're already trading down lower. Okay. You come up into this area here. We hit the swing low, but we pulled back. Created that inversion. Higher high. Lower high. And then we traded down. It's just hard to it's hard to be bullish. Even if we're getting an inversion here in the 30-second. But I mean that's okay. I mean that's the name of the game, you know? So I'm gonna screenshot this, put it in my notes. Bearish here based on this 30-second. And like this volume imbalance here. So this would be a 30-second inverse. So what are we actually getting now? Are we gonna inverse this? We got a 3 minute there. We got a 4 minute here. 4 minute didn't close. 5 minute. Ooh, shit. So that 5 minute actually just inversed this fair value gap here. That's actually fat. That looks fat. That looks fat. That looks fat. If you're really bullish, there you go. I'm just not really bullish right now. I know we got bullish SMT, got a lot of equal lows down here though, but we're high in a premium here. I mean, suit yourself. If that's bullish for you, fucking let it rip. But not me. But yeah, I'm gonna record this in my notebook. Bearish. Make that 12. So bullish here. 15-minute FVG, bullish SMT, did not hit a big liquidity point. So I didn't hit a big liquidity point, so like that's why I didn't really want to take this one. All right, now we close up above again. This could move higher. So 30-second IFVG right here. Didn't really notice that one. I noticed it, but I was focused on possibly seeing a short form up within here on ES. Seems a little bit mixed to me right now. It's all good. 3 minutes gonna close. Looking like, ooh, another 5 minutes gonna close bullish. Holy shit, this 3 minutes really gonna rip that. Wow. That 3 minutes really gonna rip this damn thing? Holy shit. That's too big of a stop loss for me though. Way too big. Like, even if we get down here, I need to wait for like a lower like time frame confirmation. I mean, if we hit this, I mean, that's chilling though. Yo, that's so cool. That's crazy. We're about to reach this high here on ES and here. Man, we might be going up to that level. Fuck, man. Missed that one. That's all right though. No, wait, what am I looking at? Here we go. Low was never taken, left the equal lows down there, so that's part of it. Holy shit, ripping, dude. There it goes. All it takes is just one A+ setup to really get you golden. Straight into that discount. It was an A+ for me though, that's the thing. It was okay, but it was an A+. But notice how we close up above the 50% again, retested it. So now if we get this pullback without hitting this high, which we just got here, I mean, if we leave that, I mean, it's, but now we got to measure this range here. Stop below 50%. We could use this order block here. Yeah, that could really just do it. That could do it, honestly. That's valid. Like we got a lot of displacement here. Just hit this high though, so it's too late for me to want to get in. But yeah, this would be valid. A 2020 right there. See that order block? Measure 50% of this order block. Didn't hit 50% of it, but let's see this 2 minute. Didn't hit 50% either. But yeah. Measure this range. Okay. Below 50% of that little range right there, but yeah. Shit, man. Oh, we just made equal highs up here now. So we're probably gonna reach up there at some point. It's nothing A plus for me. Just still observing, tape reading price action. You know, no need to like urge anything. You can get down to these lower time frames and just really like impulse think something, but you gotta really plan it. So I want to watch price if we get down in here. If we get down below here, get down into possible discount down within here. If we really get something down there, that'd be sweet. We got the 5-minute inverse, we got the 3-minute inverse, we got the 4-minute inverse, we got the highs up here that we have not yet met. Got a 15-minute order block, got a 30-minute. I mean, it just pulled back, but we'll see. Let's get this arrow off here. Yeah, it's weird that price just reacts out this area because there's nothing really significant right here. No, there's really not. Let's see what happens, you know? They could always just fold right back down, keep going lower. Oh, we did not hit that high. That's crazy. So we came up, consolidated, took the high, traded down lower. Hit a discount. A fair value gap, and we reacted off it with displacement. Now if we come back into this displacement leg, maybe we get something to go long. Exactly why I don't like longing on 5 minutes, and I mean, the 5-minute closure was possible to long on. You would have won your 20 points, but still, it's not the best. If we inverse this 5-minute here, we got 3 minutes left, but if we inverse that 5-minute, that's not really a valid trade. We also got this trendline liquidity here. Just trying to pay attention to what we get, you know. Got this 2-minute order block here. Just trying to stick with what I know. Man, crypto is on a move, man. I got a big bag and beam, too. Holy shit. Up over 200% on that. ICP's starting to finally move. Super's up big. Joe, big bag a little bit lower. I gotta answer this call. Alright, sorry I had a phone call. Just looking at some cryptos real quick. Alright, what are we getting now in the market? Pulled back down into this fair value gap, and now we're rejecting this fair value gap again with strong displacement. We just had a 1 minute inversion closure here. We have these relative equal highs that are still up there. If you have SMT, that's a valid trade. So that's a valid trade set up with this SMT. If this lower low made into a discount, the higher low here, we're already bullish. We close this inversion. So this trade from this 1 minute could go long from here up to the 20 points and possibly higher. I say we go higher than that too. So that's valid in my opinion. So we just hit the high on ES. So we have to move stops here to break even. So actually just put 2 contracts on this trade. So if we reach up to here, that'd be 800, but I'm going to sell 1 here. If we get up to there, I'm going to sell 1 at that 20 point mark. So I'm really just focused on the process. I closed the inversion here and took the trade. My fill was not the best on this one. But if we get up, we just hit the high, so I have to move it to break even. But if we continue higher, that'd be awesome. If not, and I get stopped at break even, which is possible, then I mean I just have to accept it, you know. Okay, break even just actually hit. But I'm gonna leave it as that. I mean if it goes higher, cool. If not, whatever. When my fill, I mean, should have been here, but still, we were up a little bit of money, and then we just came back. It's no big deal. No big deal on that one. My fill wasn't the best, but we're good. Break even here, because we hit the high. So, not upset about that at all. Just sticking with the plan, sticking with order flow. I mean, if it wants to go high from here, but that's fine. But if we pull back down, that's also fine too. So I wanna record this in my notes. So I'm gonna be on my other screen. Just gonna record this. So this actually made a lower low. So it'd be SMT. Then we had our 1 minute inversion closure. Because we have the equal highs up there. So now we got equal highs for later. If price actually wants to come up above these equal highs, if we trade back down and give us another setup, then I could look for something there. So I took that trade based on the 1 minute inverse. So I want to pay attention to that. So now that's 15, break even. So break even trade. I'll give myself one more trade for today. It's just got to be valid, you know. I mean, that trade looked valid itself, so I had 2 contracts on it. It would have been a nice little move. That would have been, let's say, how much would that have been? So I would have closed one off. Would have closed one trade at a 20-point move. So that'd be 400, and then I would close the next trade at a 40-point move. So 40 points from where I took the trade, let's say, fill is right here, 20 points, and then we go 40 points. So that would have been the move right there. And then, say 20 right here, and then 40. So we'd have 400, and then we'd have an 800. So that'd be $1,200 on that move right there. I mean, in my opinion, that's valid. That's if it's a good RR. If everything's valid in that trade, I'm perfectly okay with that. And I stuck to my rules because I closed it as it hit the high on ES. So valid. But now we have the SMT. So we really, from an observant point of view, what do we have? We have the SMT here. Okay. Then we shifted lower. Or higher. We're in a premium here. So I'm going to get this off my screen, but I'm going to go over here. Close this off. Close this off. It's all about the journaling too, so you really got to understand what you're getting into. So if I take another trade, I really like trading NQ. So I really want to pay attention to NQ. Okay, we have a higher high on the 4 hour here and a lower high here. Just paying attention to that. I know we have equal lows here on ES. I know that YM is in such a premium right now. Let's go to YM. We're hitting a daily order block. 4 hour for value gap. We're pulling back now. We have the SMT here. We have that 1 minute inverse here. The YM. So we're pulling back down to this 2 minute order block here. At the same time, we hit this high and created SMT. It depends if you're bullish or bearish. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. If we come down, we hit the area down here. If we inverse this 2 minute, it's looking like we can go to this high. But if we reject this 2 minute and come back lower, if we inverse this 1 minute here now, reject this for value, we can probably come lower down there. So it really just depends. Yo, what's up, man? Just saw your text. What's going on? Oh, the chat. Yeah, I'm waiting on a trade setup. I had a break even over here. I was looking for shorts earlier, but nothing was really that clear. I was looking for shorts over here. Where was it? So we traded down and we broke the structure. And then we came back into this. And we pulled away. I was looking at this 30-second inverse to trade lower. But I didn't want to do that. Came back up. So now, if we go to the 5 minute, I'm really just seeing if we want to reject this order block now and go higher. Because all these relative equal highs on NQ. But since we have all these equal lows here on ES, this might come hit the equal lows and drag this down a little bit with it or consolidate price. So nothing's like totally clear. They're not really in sync, so it's kind of hard to read. But we'll see. I don't really want to go long on NQ unless we close up above this in the 2 minute. It's looking like, yeah. It's just hard right now. Not really sure where this wants to go. It's a higher time frame. We're like in a discount too, so we got this range from low to high. We traded below the 50%, so we're in a discount. So it's like, do we keep going lower to deeper discount and buy up, or do we just go long from this discount? Like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to like really see where price wants to go. Where if something really set up earlier, I mean, there was a setup here. If I was on the charts and I was like really focused in the pre-market, which I don't really trade pre-market, so I wasn't on the charts yet, I would have shorted this. I definitely would have shorted this to here. But depends how many contracts I had on, but down to here would be nice too, but down to here. So that could have went for like a 4.5 to 1. That's pretty deep. let's look. I would say yeah. If we get this close here. Yeah, we're probably trading back down at this low again. But I'm just gonna watch and observe it until something's like extra clear, to be honest. Cause like ES now, like we just took out these internal lows, like it's like we took out the lows earlier and then we just pulled back. So like, does it do that again, pull back in, or does it just actually come to these lows now? So like it hit the high and then it came down, left the lows, came back, internal high, hit this high again, and then traded lower, internal low. It's not really respecting and just like gravitating towards, I don't know, real areas. We'll see. Since we hit this external high, I would expect this external low to be hit. We'll see. How are those 5 accounts doing? You up big on those? You're like, what is this garbage? It's hitting the low, and I was just like pulling back now. I'm just gonna wait here on the higher time frame. Above the 1 minute. Like the 2 and 3 minutes should see some better price action here before I do anything. Just gotta relax. Personally like to see something like this. Like let's say down into here, below this low. Something like this. And back up. Maybe something like this. Back up to the highs. Something like that would be nice. Even if we got something huge energetic above this, I wouldn't really want to. I don't know. It depends how everything lines up. The other ones too. But it's just looking like we're higher high, lower high. Like we might just trade down. But it's not that high probability to me. I'd rather just watch it. If it does happen, cool. And to get in that. Let's see this 2 minute. Nasdaq's really respecting that 4-hour low too. This 4-hour low we have here. Wait. Maybe it's a 2-hour low. My bad, my bad. It's a 2-hour? Yeah, I might have moved my box by accident. What the hell? Oh no, it's right here. Yo, wait a second. What happened there? Yeah, I don't even know where that came from. Get this 15-minute here too. So we got another minute on this 2-minute. So let's see. Get all these relative equal highs up here. Took out this internal low. We rejected this order block. It's not my favorite, but see, we never even hit the swing low either. I'm not going to take it because it's just not lining up. It's not A+ to me if we close it, but you know, we close this 1-minute one. Now we're pulling right back down in. Yeah, this is looking like it could be selling off here. Five-second took out the high, came back. We'll see what happens right here. Yeah, obviously that 2-minute didn't want to close up above it, so it's obviously not respecting. Watch this 3-minute candle too. Another minute left there. 2 minutes still failed, so it's still rejecting this area. It's always like, where's the liquidity at? There's liquidity down here. There's liquidity down here and down here. The question is, do we sell off, hit this low as we sell off, hit this internal low, and then bounce back up and go higher? 18 seconds left in this 3 minute. Let's see if it gets up above this. Doesn't look like it will. No shit, we're actually gonna close down below it. That's crazy. Yeah, close back down below it. So nothing's being respected here. Nothing on the bull case being respected, so it means bears have control, or we're just creating this time distortion before the macro. That's honestly the truth. So let's get this macro started here. There's our time frame for macro. So a few minutes left. We're not really seeing anything before it, so we just gotta wait. Alright. 2 minute actually closed up above, but it's not energetic enough. None of this is really energetic enough. I mean, this could go to 20 points, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd rather just wait for something better. Something that actually gives me like a high probability here. Like, see, if we close that, we should be continuing higher right now. Let's see if this order block wants to hold it or not, but it's not really respecting a lot of PD arrays right now, so we'll just wait. So we got these equal lows down here. So we're coming down below this low in the 30 minute in both of those. But we're not here. It's the 4 hour. Rejecting this 4 hour for value gap still. This is garbage. I don't know why anybody would want to be in a trade in this shit right now. Nothing's coming together. Three minutes, still couldn't close up above it. Not even above the 50% of that gap, so this is garbage. I'm going to grab another coffee. wow, we closed up above it. Let's go. 2 minute closed up above it again. That one actually looks pretty strong. We just started the macro, but let's see how we come out of this. This could just reject its order block. I know we got the equal highs up here. We go side by side with these two. Traded higher, traded lower. Took out the lows. Came down here. And we're just shifting up. This could continue, but I'm not a huge fan of it. We just hit this 30-second fair value gap too. The 3 minutes is closed too, so that's good. That's a possibility of a trade here, and it's not terrible to reach these highs, but not for me. So we're in our macro. We can start seeing movement out of here now. I'm not taking this trade. I'm just going to observe this one. So this would be the valid. This is like valid to my trading plan, but it's not A+. So I'm just going to observe this one here. If it reaches the 20 points, awesome. There it goes. This is a little bit too choppy for me to want to be in. That's valid though. Yeah, that's garbage. Something might present here, but nothing's really that clean for me to want to take. Rather just sit out of this. We pulled back down and created these equal highs here. We could inverse this 30-second and go higher, or even inverse this 1 minute here. We got another few seconds left. But that's not high probability to me. Looks like dog shit, but it's garbage. Let's say this 1 minute closes here. I think we could go long, but I'm just gonna observe it, you know? Like, we just have this 3 minute closure. We came back down. If anybody was in that, that's a break even. My opinion. It's just going sideways. Nothing's really being respected, you know? We got 22 seconds if we want to close up above it, but at the same time, we can just trade back down. We got all this liquidity down below this trend line. So, the phantom trend line there. But what if we see something like this? Smack down, rip up to these highs. But, let's see. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Get this 30-second inverse here. Let's see how this is looking. It's a lower low. Yeah, we closed that. I would expect this just to rip from here up to these highs. But I'm not taking this on a live or my eval. We took out these highs here too. Get this rejection block. Nothing's high probability, but short-term low. No 1 minute inverse. Notice how we just took out those equal highs here. We made a lower high here. Equal highs up there. Let's see what keeps playing out here, you know? We could keep selling off. We could, that could be validated right here. I think we could rip up to there, possibly. There we go. There we go. Starting to move. I could log into a paper trading account. I could take some paper trades, but we'll see. Still nothing even. I wouldn't even want to take this on a paper account, honestly. And everybody's moving. Son of a gun, dude. Garbage. Ha. Garbage, PA. Exactly what I want to see. Leave these highs up here. Smoke everybody out that's long. That's really what I want to see. Come to these equal lows, please. So if we sell off and hit these equal lows, then we hit these higher time frame lows down here on ES and then get a reversal. That'd be fucking beautiful. And all these equal highs up here. I'd love to see something like that get hit. So if we're gonna chop like this during this New York session and not really give us much, I would expect the lunch session to give us something a little bit better. So we got a little bit of time. Oh wait, why did my macro time move over there? It's supposed to be right here. So we're in our window for potential trade setup, but the question is narrative. What's the narrative? I mean, it's obviously not going bullish right now, you know? Like, if we went bullish and hit this high, we probably could have shorted it, but now we're rejecting it, we're going bearish. So if we hit this low and give us an inverse, we can go long. So the macro started, I don't know, was that 15 minutes ago, 14 minutes ago? There we go, we hit those lows we were talking about. ES hitting these lows. Let's go a little bit lower, ES. Give us something there. Hopefully NQ stalls here. Come on, ES, a little bit lower. You never hit those lows down there. Bitch. You hit these lows down here. Come on. Alright, this looks like I might want to hit this low now too. So let's see here. Let's see. I don't know, at 30-second we hit that level. 5-second inverse. We hit that low. Oh my gosh. We leave this low. We hit the midnight. We leave this up here. Bullish SMT. This is just hardcore, man. Like, hit some liquidity points. Like, we hit it here on NQ. But since we hit it here on NQ, we got gaps lower that we could reach to. You know? So, like, does that mean that it just uses this as a breaker? Do we just use this as a breaker to sell off? That's the question. Now we got SMT here. I made a higher high, lower high, so does this just sell off from this point now? That's the real question. Or do we go long? Like, does it close this 30-second and go long? Because we got this breaker now. Just gotta pay attention to what you got in the price, you know? Got lower high, higher high, breaker, equal lows. Usually when liquidity's taken to the downside like this, I want to go long, but the narrative ain't long yet. This inverse is 15-second. I'd say we're going to go short, but we'll see. I didn't want that low to be taken yet, so like I don't really want to have a bias. Because we got bullish SMT here. There's a lot of liquidity lower. Nothing on this chart's turning me on right now. Let's go! ES just took the fucking low. Let's go. Finally. Now the question is, do we just bounce back or do we just continue? It looks like it's just going to continue now. Well, we'll see. All right, 62% happened on NQ. So this overall range, we have 62% of this overall range here. So I just want to pay attention to price now. On these relative equal highs, it's just like this. We traded down to consolidation. We inverse this, but we didn't really have full confirmation for a long right there. I mean, we got a low, higher low here, but we're already looking bearish on that. But so that was a singular fair value gap, but this is not. This has two. Let's see how this 1 minute closes now. So I want to watch this 1 minute fair value gap. If we inverse that, well, we got to get this 1 minute closure first. But then if we inverse this, that could always be a possibility to go up. We inverse a 15-second on ES, so I possibly expect that to rip up. Alright, looking like we're gonna close in that damn gap. Son of a bitch, but alright. So we're gonna close this 30-second inverse here. No, actually we didn't. So we actually never got a 1 minute for value gap here. So if we go to a higher time frame, Alright, we just left the macros, so. Get that 5 minute for value gap up there. Get this 2 minute just close with displacement. Close this 30-second inversion here. Close this 1 minute inversion. That's valid. We hit this high. We never really got up into there though. Never hit this for a value gap. So let's say right here. It's just a double. It's a double candle though. So I'm not a huge fan actually of that one. But we'll see. This is I wouldn't say A+, but this is this could be something that could move up. Not A+, because we don't have higher time frame SMT really. There's not a big SMT on this, but this could be worth the risk right here. It's 1 minute inversion. It depends on what you like to see in the market, but see what happens. I'll put a contract on this one. We'll see if it wants to go up. If we hit this high here, I'm out. Okay, we're about to hit the high. Okay, we hit the high. So I'm gonna move it to break even. I'm not out, but I'm moving it to break even. So let's see. I'm really about to have 2 break-even trades today. Pulls back down anymore, I'm break-even, dude. About to be. Yup, break-even. That's funny. 2 break-even trades, but watch it just continue now. I mean, if it continues, it is what it is, but I just stuck to my rules. That's the end of the... That's the bottom line. And, so the reason why I moved to break even so fast is because when I get my inversion closure, I'll enter the trade, which I entered here. And once we hit a high on one of these indices, I'll move it to break even, which we hit the high here. I could paper it again, but I'm not taking it on my eval. Like, we're probably reaching up higher, to be honest. But I'm out of it on the eval. I mean, I'll take the loss in the paper. I don't really care. But I'd want to see that gap stay open, obviously, but so we're in at 10, 20, 30. Yeah, this is gonna keep going, it looks like, but we'll see. So we hit this high too, so let's say for example I didn't move it until it hits this high. It'd be almost at break even anyway. Basically it'd be at break even, so yeah. This isn't valid anymore, but I'll leave the paper one open. I don't care if that one loses, but we're rejecting this for value gap here. We could come down lower. We're out of our macro. Yo, what's good, man? Swing short. I just had a buy on my Top Step account right here, and we hit this high. Well, we actually hit the high here. On ES. When we hit the high on ES, I moved it to break even. So the trade got hit out of break even. So as you can tell, right here, took the trade here, came back down, hit it break even. Because when I took the trade here, this swing high here took out the highs on ES. So I moved it to break even. So yeah, that's really what I was looking at. I just left the paper open because I don't really care. I'm expecting this one to lose anyway. This will be a small loss if I take it. If it hits loss, that's fine. And I'm expecting it to lose because we don't have SMT at the lows here. And we just came up, closed the inversion, I took my trade. And then we hit the swing high here. After we hit the swing high, we can expect a retracement. But if it has a lot of energy, it'll blow right through the swing high. But it obviously didn't blow through the swing high, so that thing can come for a loss. Alright, yeah, send it to me. I don't really go on Discord much anymore, but feel free to send it. I'll go on there. You can send it to me personally if you want. Oh, there, yeah, I see it in the group. That's 1 minute, right? Yo, that's huge. Yeah, good for you, man. So you shorted up here. Yo, that's funny, because when you shorted that up here, I actually took a trade too, and I had a break even over here. So I actually took this buy as well. I had a break even on that. I took a buy going up to these relative equal highs here. So when this hit the high here, we actually hit the high here and here on US 30 or Dow, whatever you want to call it. So I took the buy here to go higher, but these took the high. So when that takes the high, I move it to break even, and then break even was hit. Yeah, this trade's probably gonna lose. It depends. Let's see. I'm gonna close this out. Let's see what we get. Nice. Yeah, I basically trade like lower time frames now, like 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, and I trade inversion setups. So I'll show you what I look for. This loads. Hang on. Here we go. So I trade like a lot of so if you look over here, this fair value gap, when it gets inversed, closer above it, I'll enter. So I'll enter that and I'll go higher. That's not a good example. Here's a good one. We had a lower high here and a higher high here. And once that lower high happened, this 30-second closed, and I entered the short and traded down to the equal lows here. Here's a good one. Hit the high, came down, came back, and it inversed this fair value gap. Shorted that. All right, let's see. It's looking like we're moving now. So I like this. So this actually keeps me in the game. So we traded lower into this fair value gap, but we stayed higher here. So this high needs to stay intact. We're probably going to keep going higher now. So that's why I kept the paper one open, but it's not fully valid on my eval account. Like, it'd be against my rules if I got in for a buy right now. There we go. So my original entry on my eval was right here. So close positions at the 20 points. But since I have just this paper one, I'll close it up here. I'll close one up here, and then I'll close the other one a little bit lower. This should be a breakaway gap, so I'm going to put that here. Here we go. Let's hit the high there. Yeah, it's annoying. I wish I was in that, but whatever. No big deal. I'll wait for the next one. No, almost there. Not funded yet. I got another little bit to go on this account. So, just wait, and then I got another one over here. See if it loads. No, that's one I actually fucked up. Here we go, this one here. That one I fucked up, I think, before Christmas. Yeah, that was in December. That's when I wasn't even, like, focused. This one, I was just, like, gambling on this account for a little bit. So I think, was this January? Yeah, beginning of January. And then I started taking some fat trades, screwed it, and then I just stuck with my plan, just been bringing it back up. So I got these two that are halfway to being funded. I mean, I would have been funded today, like, if I was looking at this, like I was saying, I had this buy right here. So I was looking to do this with this buy. I just need one more trade to be funded. So I was looking at this buy. So I was only risking. So I had 2 contracts on this. So it'd be like $500-600 in this trade. I'd be risking right here. Looking for 20 points. So I closed $400 on one contract there. And then let the next one go. And that would be $1,200. I mean, I'd actually close a little bit lower because I don't even need that much more to get funded. So I just needed just this one trade. I'll be funded. So looking to risk a little bit on there. But being patient, you know, not really worrying too much about the outcome. More about the process, you know. There's a lot been going on with the business too. So running the business and then like trading. So like fiance and I, Julie and I, so we both run the business. So I take my time in the morning. So I'm doing the business stuff until like 9 o'clock, and then I get on the charts. And I'm on the charts till like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then I go work on the business. Usually the rest of the day. So I usually just trade AM session, which is good. You can make enough money using AM session. But yeah, as you can tell, even just this little move here, you could have, you stayed in this. If this was stuck to this was your plan, that's 20 points right there. 2 contracts, it's $800. You know. This move here that I had break even on. Let's bring it up again. This break even move, 2 contracts at 10 points. So what is that? That's $400 right there. It's that little move, but it hit break even. So I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, time management is important. Yeah. And what's really helped me with like my trading is like having like other income, like from our business. So like, I don't necessarily worry about money anymore. Money's not even like an issue. It's just like working for yourself is like important. And then trading, obviously you're doing it for yourself, but like if I feel like working a job and then like, oh, you want to quit your job because you hate it so much, and then you like really try to force trading, like that means you're focused on like the outcome and like the P&L, you know. I just take it slow. I'm not too worried about making a lot of money. I'm focused on the process, you know. And I mean, I got a lot of bags in crypto too, so I'm really chilling in the crypto market. I mean, I wish Bitcoin pulled back some more. I was looking for like 30K because I have another good chunk of change to drop in, but still got a good amount in there. But this one, I'm basically break even on this one here, but I'm not in on super, but a lot of crypto investments are going pretty big. This is one of my biggest ones. We're still ripping this one up. I'm waiting to get even bigger. This is probably going to be I'm going to guess anywhere between 1,000% to like a 2,000% return. But Beam here, this one is going to be pretty fat. A lot of these on my list here IMX is another big hold of mine. But just like other income than just like this trading, because this trading can get stressful for people. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I remember you telling me you were top 10. Yeah, dude, I really got into Jared Tendler. So if you look up, so if you, I don't know, like, no one's perfect at trading, and no one's like, gonna be able to fully master like their emotions. I'm sure I talked about it before when I used to be in the Discord more, but I'm pulling this up. This book here has really helped me, and I have like a whole Notion document now based on just emotions. You know, like he teaches a lot about these injecting logics, and I go over these every morning before I trade, and it helps you like reinforce your psychology of what you really have to focus on in the markets. It's more about the process and the outcome, and it's like your best state of mind when you're trading. Are you trading focused with an audio, energized, clear understanding, or are you tired, not focused? Are you multitasking? Do you have tunnel vision without a plan of entering a trade? Do you have fearful of a loss? So like you want to be trading in your A game basically, and this is different for everybody. So like, do you have a good understanding of where the price is in the market and the order flow? Do you have execution without the hesitation? Are you entering late or not at all? You know. So there we go. Oh, my trade. I had a sell limit up there for some reason. It bought it, but. Nice little move on the paper. I mean, break even on the other account. Yo, I don't even know what happened there. Yo, I don't even know what happened there, but I had the demo buys right there. A break even on the eval. That's fine. Sandbox, Solana. Yeah, if I don't know, like, are you still funded? And if you're funded and you're getting payouts, like, talk to me about like some crypto stuff. Because if you ever have some like extra stuff on the side, like, I mean, I'm positioning myself very, very well, like in this crypto market. Really, when Bitcoin broke up above here, I mean, I've had crypto for a while, but when crypto broke up and held this gap here, I've been bullish. I was actually expecting it to pull back down a little more, but it never did. But the ETF approval is really just sending this thing to the moon. It's almost at 53K. Like, that's ridiculous. But I want to see a long-term consolidation and a pullback now, and then possibly continuation. I don't know if we're getting back down to 30K ever again. That might be gone forever, and I'll just remember this moment. But I'm really looking to, if we do get a pullback, I want to look for more pullbacks on a lot of these altcoins. And we're still early. Bitcoin's ripping, but the altcoin season's just getting going, you know? So we can really start funneling, not financial advice, but I'm personally funneling money into a lot of these. I still got money on the sidelines, like I said. And if we do get a big crash, which I want to see happen, like, we got 2 cars. My fiance and I each have a car. I'm not opposed to selling my car and then buying more crypto. I'm really not. Like, to have like another, I don't know. I feel like I'm personally looking at this. Every 10 grand I have invested, I'm looking to make 30 to probably 60 grand out of it. So that's really like what I'm looking for. So if I can get another 15 grand for my car put into the markets for crypto, I'm hoping that would bring me back 50 grand, you know? Pay off the house so I don't have payments on the house anymore. Not funded. Yeah, if you're still worried about, if you're still working with like your emotional aspect, I mean, we all are. I mean, I'm not perfect in any way. like I still have my flaws of like FOMO and fear. I have like my flaws of like anger if I like miss a trade, but not nearly as bad as I used to be. You know, like I used to get in this trade like this, and then a break even like I did on my eval just today, or even this would have passed my account. If this from here went to here, I would have passed my account today, but instead it was a break even. I used to flip out and try to catch a buy again like immediately, but using Jared's like methods, I went back. I took a step back and really focused on the process, and it's not the money. When your trade plays out, it'll play out. I missed this trade here, but then if you go to the injecting logics, I have the hindsight. The 9:30 Adam today is not done because he didn't have all the information the 4 p.m. Adam has today. If it was clear at 9:30, Adam would have taken advantage of the situation. I couldn't see it any other way in the moment. So just that statement right there helps from me beating myself up for missing this move that would have got me funded today again. So it's okay. That like at that time it looked like it was going to go bearish. It looked like ES was going to sell off to these equal lows at that time. So it wasn't clear, you know. But now my trading plan says like I don't trade around this time anymore. Like 11:30 I'm usually done. But I'll still observe it if I'm on the charts like I am now. I'm going to have to get off soon because I have business work to get done. But going over what just happened here. You take a step back. We got all these equal highs up here. Traded down lower. And then we shifted up. And we had a consolidation through the AM session for the most part. I mean, market opened here. It sold off. And then it consolidated. So after the AM session, that's usually the silver bullet is from 10 to 11. But if that consolidates, we can look for something different, like later on, which personally, like, it wasn't like the last 2 days, but last week, it was like the PM session had so much more to offer than just this AM session. Looking at this 5 minute fair value gap here. So I'm going to get all this stuff off my chart so you guys can see it. The number one question is, where's the liquidity? Okay. So if you're short right now, where's your stop loss? It would be up above these highs here. If you were long, where would your stop loss be? Down below this low. We took out this low, okay? Now we have liquidity up here. You can even draw this. All this trendline liquidity. So we just displaced from this area and closed up above this 5 minute fair value gap. So does that mean that this 5 minute fair value gap is going to act as support to go higher towards this high here? I don't know. It's not my time to trade. I usually don't trade this time because typically around this time, price doesn't move as clean. But since we consolidated this morning here, it might start moving cleaner. Going down to like the 3 minute and the 2 minute, it's not as clean either. There's a trend line here, so there's a lot of liquidity here. Do we pull back and then create a situation like this to go higher? I would be interested in that. Longing here from a 5 minute time frame, I don't like that. But if you're a 5 minute trader and it's according to your plan, you have enough data to back it up, then that looks like a good one. Let me get back to the chat. I'm trading usually between, it's 9:45 and, yeah, good time. 9:45 is usually when I start taking trades in my account. I usually don't do them any earlier. But pre-market today, so if you look at the macros from 8:50, so it goes from 8:50 to 9:10. So we consolidated. But you can tell right before the macro happened, is at 8:30 the news came out, we consolidated, and we shifted down lower. If I was on the charts, I would have taken this trade, but I wasn't on the charts this early. Like I was saying, like just 9:45 to usually like 11:15, 11:30 I trade. But I would have had my stop loss up above here. But 100%, I would have taken this if I was on the charts and focused. Taking it to here, so I do a 1-to-1, do a 20-point take profit, and then we had equal lows down here. Could take them down to here, and then if you really want to go for a nice rip down to here. So that could be a 65-point play right there. But I wasn't on the charts at that time. Right now on this chart, I would not take a trade. Yeah, it's really not the clearest right now. Just depends. If we go to the big three here, all three of these, kind of get an idea of what we're getting. So we traded lower, came back up, we're inching up higher. Notice this too. When I notice this is like a big thing I have in my trading plan. Notice how on this candle and this candle here made a higher low on NASDAQ, but YM we made a lower low. That could be an indication that we could be moving up higher. So like we're pulling down deep here, but we're not, and we're just trending here. So that's indication that we could keep moving higher as well. You know, like an example, like right here. We pulled down lower here. Wait, no, it was right here. We pulled down lower here, below these lows, but we held it here, so we stayed higher. So it actually indicated that we're going to rip up to this high here. So now, it's hard to actually see where we're going because we have all this trendline liquidity. We have this liquidity up here that I believe is the target at some point today. But we're in a premium. And I don't want a long when we're in a premium. I'd rather wait until we get back down into a potential discount within here, like I was saying earlier, to go long. But we'll see. If it goes up and hits a high and gives us a short setup within here, I wouldn't mind shorting it back down into this discount. That'd be good too. But yeah. Alright. I got work I gotta go get done. It was a good trading session for me. Stuck to the plan. Followed the rules. Took the setups that were valid in my trading plan. So, it was a good day for me. So, I'm going to hop off. Alright. Yeah. Feel free to reach out to me if you need to. If you guys got any questions, you just want to talk or hang out or whatever. Alright. See you later, guys. Take it easy.